What's happening? We back live, America's Realest Podcast, live Hip Hop Daily. D-Lo G is always in the building, and we have OT Beezy with us today.
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling?
What's happening?
Shit, we chillin', finna smoke one. Just came from the studio.
I feel that. Thanks for coming through.
Shit, I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, for sure. So you said you in the studio. I know you in town from Ohio.
Yeah.
Word. So how is it? First, I want to ask, how has Atlanta been treating you? How long you been down here for?
It's like my second time. I ran into True Brand Media, one of the people that worked for them when I was I was in the airport. I was coming back from open up from OGZ, and it was a blessing in disguise for real running into them because I've been balls to the walls with no manager and shit, just doing a lot of booking my own shows, just doing hella shit. Maybe making a couple wrong moves here and there, you feel me, but just learning, but not stopping at the end. So running into them was just really what hard work pays off type shit. But they gonna turn
It's yours.
They gonna turn me up though on the marketing tip though for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well that's what's up. So you said you was in the studio?
Yeah, I was in there with Shawty Fresh. Shouts out, bro. He just helped me evolve a little bit for sure.
That's dope. Talk up how long was the session like?
It was from 3 to 7. First went in, when you first meet someone, you gotta get the vibes figured out. Kind of sucks you about to pay for sure 30-minute intro to get locked in. You know what I mean? Sometimes you vibe with the producer, sometimes you don't. But bro is A1, so that was T.
Yeah, that's hard cause he, Atlanta legend.
Yeah, facts. Facts. So he helped me a lot for real. Just a lot with a little bit of finding my sound. I've been all over the place as far as like I got some singing stuff that people like, you know what I'm saying? But then I got my like West Coast stuff that I've been performing out in Cali. So I'm really just kind of focusing on putting it on the one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one sound down.
I heard a few of your songs. We played one last night during the music review. Say What? I think that's your last.
I just dropped that. Just dropped a little single, keep my people going through this little phase I'm going through. I'm about to come crazy here soon, so try to give them something to keep the motion rolling. I just dropped a 4 EP with Neff the Pharaoh before that, so I gave him a little something to
Word.
work off of.
Word. All right, so that one, the Say What single is a Cali vibe. What's the vibe of the EP that you was telling us about?
With Neff the Pharaoh? Definitely more Bay Area vibe for sure.
Got a lot of stay.
I used to live out there when I was like, I moved out there when I was 18, so I moved to the Bay Area, and I was out there growing weed, and I went to school at Oaksterdam. It's like that little weed school. So,
yeah, I remember when that first came out.
That
was a big deal.
Yeah, I felt like I was on top of the world there. I was 18, just thugging. I was living life out in Cali. I lived in Berkeley, then I moved to Hayward.
Okay.
And then I was really out there until I got in trouble. I got in trouble and did a little 4-year rip. That's why I'm kind of stuck back in Ohio. It's because of the whole parole situation. Shit, it's definitely not where I want to reside, but for now it's going to have to do.
Yeah.
I got to get a travel pass and everything to come out. But
I feel that. Well, we're working right now.
It's starting to get easier as they see I ain't on no bullshit. And I'm really out here doing interviews, music, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Every time I'm going out of town, it's for real. It ain't no bullshit.
Yeah, no, we're working for sure. So I'm interested. What kind of beats did you work with Shawty Fresh? Cause
shit, I used to his. So I don't even know what you would call it. It was just he studied my shit for a second and then started turning some shit on, and it was like it was more ATL type of shit, I would say. Like one of them was
trap beats type.
Yeah, one of them then they had a little bit of the Louisiana type of piano in it. You know what I'm saying? And it had the 808s bumping. So yeah, it's gonna be T for real. I'm excited to work with bro more.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I was we were talking about how I was reading your EPK and you were in the motocross before you got into rap, or were you doing it at the same time?
Nah, I didn't even start making music till I came home from the joint for real. When I was younger though, I was serious in that shit. I was homeschooled for it, training, not really partying too much and all that, and then my mom's caught breast cancer when I was like 16. It was one of the situations that sport like it kind of like the music in a little bit like how you gotta definitely just invest all the way into yourself and then hope it pays off. You feel me? But that sport's kind of like investing in the kid from like 5 till he's 16.
Yeah.
A lot of shit can happen in between there. But it's one of the only sports that like the amateurs really get paid. Like they'll sign like a Monster Energy deal, and they little 8-year-old kid making guap, them they're feeding the family. It'd be a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's like most sports ain't allowed to get paid to amateurs. You know what I mean? So it's a different sport, really. It's kind of addicting. It's one of them things like you striving so hard to make it, then it don't happen. So it was one of them things, and we just really didn't have the money to keep on going. I had a couple injuries, and then just kind of fell off, went into the streets trying to.
Yeah, I feel that.
But still try to stay on track. But and when I went out to Cali, it was back when it was like the gold mine for weed. Motherfuckers was tripping because I was out there legally doing it, but it wasn't like that anywhere else yet. So my little greedy ass was taking advantage. Got ran up, paid the price.
Nope, man, and here we are now. You know what I'm saying? Making music. You got that behind you.
Nah, facts. Kept it solid too. Shouts out to all the motherfuckers that keep their mouth shut. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
4 years was a bitch. That's the price of not telling no.
Like, no funny, but we was watching Breaking Bad. You know, you seen Breaking Bad? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I had that.
Jesse kind of talked a little bit, didn't he?
Huh?
You know, he did that camera.
Oh yeah.
He shouldn't have did that.
That whole little thing turned up meth. I feel like it was like a meth epidemic after that. For real. After that shit started.
They did it, right?
That's crazy, right? And they was looking for the blue shit.
They be on that meth, boy. They be tweaked out. You go to jail or you in the joint, they all tweaking. It should be crazy. But yeah, I feel like that shit started back then. Damn near right around that time. Motherfuckers started getting some ideas.
Right. Trying to cook it up themselves.
It's a cheap drug to cook up. So them dudes, I heard some stories in prison like, man, I was like, yeah, the ice is not for me.
Yeah, it shouldn't be for anyone.
Learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah, cool on the ice for sure.
So you got any further plans while you in Atlanta?
We go home tomorrow. We really grinded it out since I've been here Monday. We've been working on my website, getting the whole website booked out. So that way look official, get my bookings and shit. I got a show in Columbus. I'm about to open up for Shorty.
That's hard.
On the 20th. So just trying to get back and get ready for that for real. Got that on Monday.
So you said you started doing music when you came home. Was you writing when you was locked up?
I was writing poems, but I didn't really realize they were bars. I don't know what I was doing. I'd just be bored. You know, you get really bored in that motherfucker. And I had a pen and paper a couple times, and I started realizing they weren't really like, I thought they was like a poem in my head. I'm not showing them to nobody, but they were really like sequenced out little bars. And then like one of my actual like second songs, it was called 18 Years. Like a lot of that song was from these little poems I found, but I just found them like after a year out, and I was like, man,
I can put this together. And
make something I was like thinking like, man, you ain't really no white boys out here like you that's really done some time like that, just going through some shit. I got like 10 years pro in my head, so like, it's like this shit public information. You don't really got nothing to prove. Like you don't even got to be out here toting guns or nothing. Like you done did the shit, so it's like you really in a good ass green area to do this shit, you know, because it's hard. It's hard being a white rapper in the industry. You really, I feel like you got to go through some real shit to really, you know, even
because it's
definitely connect with the audience.
Yeah, for people to believe you, for it to be like you said, a connection. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have rapped before I went to prison. You feel me? Because I would say I didn't even know or understand black culture yet until I went to the joint. Because I'd be one of the first people to stand up and say like, a lot of it be white people in that system that be fucked up, and it caused a lot of racism and shit. Because I seen some shit that made me, you know what I'm saying, like with my own, as far as you know, white people. So there's a lot that I'm gonna tell as far as you know time goes on when I get more opportunities. But definitely the world needs someone like me to speak up.
The media.
Yeah, with my color to be like, nah, that's like y'all be fucked up and tripping. Y'all are acting crazy in there. You know what I'm saying? Once I got treated like that one time, and then how I get treated now with having a record, it's like now I understand. Like these motherfuckers don't give you a chance. You know what I mean? You don't know the next person's circumstance or why they even was in there. They might have just been literally off the porch. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what that term meant till I went. I'm like, I understood.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You was raised with a family, bro. You weren't raised that way, so you can't ever judge what the fuck they went through. You know what I'm saying? So I just seen.
So how long you been home?
About 2.5 years now.
Okay.
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. At the end of the summer, it'll be 3 years. August will be 3. it took me about a year to bust out my shell. Then about a year and a month in, my dude, he had this studio. He building one though, and then like he was like, "You ever rap before?" And he was just like, "Just go in there and fuck around," because there wasn't no one in there, and it just started like that. Because it was like I did like a whole chorus and a verse, even though it wasn't all the way delivered right. He was like, "You realize you just made like a whole song? You ain't never rapped before?" And I was just like, "Nah, not for real." Then it just kind of went from there. I went through a lot of evolving, turning into an artist, because it's kind of hard just coming out of nowhere and being like, I rap now.
Sure.
Like,
like
since
when?
Like, since when? Like, you ain't been rapping? Like, what? Let me hear something. It was like, all right, yeah. So I really had to start, practicing my craft. Like, you gonna really do this shit? Because I felt like it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So I was searching for something when I came home. Like, what is it that I'm gonna really put my time into? Like, you can't stay in the streets. You know what I'm saying? This shit, that ain't gonna end well. So I was like, you gotta do something. So I started making music, and then I feel like, I got a good ass, a lot of people just make music and just be talking. You feel me? I feel like I got a good story to project. You feel me? A lot of people may be able to learn from it, or, maybe be going through some of the same shit, because a lot of people be, I would say, glorify that shit too much. This shit is no fun.
Yeah.
I gotta ask my pro officer when to leave.
So would you say you make like pain music type?
Nah, I like to be myself and still make turn up shit, but I got some of that depression music though. I do, like, hidden. You can find it on Apple Music and shit. Like, I got a whole little tape just like specifically for that that I dropped one time when I was on house arrest, because I went through some shit when I very first started making music. Like, I'd say like 3 months in, I was like, shit was going good. My first video got 42K views. I had a feature with Lil JoJo, an artist from Alabama, and then my second song got like 62K views, and then an 89K view. So it was like, all right, this is for sure what I'm gonna do. Then I did a show, and I didn't even get to practice or do like no stage performance shit. Just rock that shit. So I was like, all right, you gonna do this shit for sure. Then I got in this car crash, and they tried to say I was fucked up. I had a concussion, and they just played with me for 9 months. Like, over this misdemeanor, they had me on the box because I'm on parole. So they like, really, you should be in jail. You're lucky you're not in jail. And it's just like this petty ass, you know what I'm saying, crime. They try to say I beat up the police. And then it all came out that, you know what I'm saying, I got the charges all dropped. But they still hit me with like some stupid ass, like, I don't even know. It's like some misdemeanor they couldn't even do nothing about. Long story short, it took 9 months to deal with this shit. So I was in the box for 9 months. So it held up a lot of shit. But I made a lot of music during that time. But I would say that's where a lot of that, some of that depression shit came in for sure.
For sure.
I definitely versatile though.
So how many projects you have released already?
Let's see. I damn near have to add them up now. I got like 3 EPs, 1 album, and then like I think I got 5 or 6 singles. Okay. So I'm stacking them up. I'm trying to build a real live catalog.
That's good for 2
working on some features and stuff too. Might get this feature with Shorty in my city. So I'm just trying to build a catalog and make sure I don't do no songs with no disrespect to no one. But I'm really out here putting in work. So if I'm gonna pay for a feature, it's gonna be somewhere up. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm strictly sticking to that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's why you did a show with 03 Greedo.
That's like the same type of
shouts out 03,
right?
man. I really was trying to get a feat for him, but I'm just independent right now. The way the shit was going, my funds, and they were on the road, and they tried to get me to come to Hawaii, but I couldn't make it out there. But shouts out, bro, because that was my first time ever getting to like perform in front of the artists type shit, and like I thought they was about to trump me because they bring him in, and my security like, oh damn, they're like, damn, it looked like they about to put him on stage right now. I'm like, no, we ain't going. We bum rushed up there, and they just like had a mistake. They were about to though, and then boom, I performed, so it was lit though, cause he got to hear it. And then I just dropped this song with Nefta Farrow where I had said subs in my system like 03 Greedo. It's just a little quick bar, and I was like, damn, I repeated that shit so many times. It was manifestation. Right into him, damn near. You know what I'm saying? They say speaking shit in existence. That shit crazy, but yeah, so we ran into him. I didn't get to really talk to him, but his video dude nodded at me when I was walking out, and we connected on IG, but haven't got to do nothing to him. But shouts out him, because I know he's going through some shit like I went through. I know he's on papers and all that shit out on tour, so
Yeah, you know,
Shouts
that's
out
what it's
Greedo, he a
about.
real
It'll
one.
come back around for sure.
Yeah.
That's how stuff works.
I damn near got that whole little mix of like, it's like a dream to me because I got to open up for OGZ Phoenix 03. You know, it's like the new storyline now, whatever. They added that and Klon and all them. But yeah, that was lit to me because it was like, yeah, no disrespect to any other artist, whoever's popping right now would have chose them over them. You know what I'm saying? Because that Cali scene, that's my vibes. So.
Yeah. You rocking with Kendrick?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
They
You know,
they biting the wrong
some
hand.
Cali shit.
Yeah,
You know.
they biting the wrong hand. Cali be crazy. That's one thing I know. When I lived out there, I wasn't really hip to gangbanging until I lived out there. They be on that for sure. They be serious out there.
So like you say like you was homeschooled and stuff, and you know you stayed in a small town. So like
I was always traveling with like motocross, so it was like crazy because I was going like city to city and hitting all these cities and meeting all these kids through motocross because it's like a different type of like. It's like a different type of world because like you would think the kids is spoiled, but yeah, they parents gotta have the money, but like to even win in that sport, you gotta be like training hella hard. So even if the kid's spoiled, he's like got a schedule at least. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a different type of sport. Like you run into a lot of rich families and snobby families, but you run into a lot of like out the mud, like we trying to make it type of families. You know what I mean? And the sport's all on you. That's why I fucked with it because I hated team sports. We losing, they trying to blame whatever. I'd rather me be the blame. It'd be all on me. You know what I mean? So. It was really good sport. Taught you a lot for sure.
Yeah, motocross is dope. So, were you a racer or yeah, facts.
Yeah, I just raced. I didn't do no like freestyle or nothing like that. Big jumps though and shit. Like we hit big ass jumps.
Yeah. What was something hard about it?
What?
Like the sport.
I say like damn near the endurance. You'd be surprised. Like it's like top 3 with most physically demanding sport. Because when you like get out there in the summertime, especially out here, this is like one of the main proving grounds for training is like Atlanta, or not Atlanta, but it'd be like Macon. I used to come down here to Macon all the time. Yeah. Because it gets so hot. It get hot. And that humidity, what you want. Stuff, yeah, because so it'd be them like summertime. And stuff like that. Yeah, them summertime races be serious. So you think you wouldn't be using as much strength, but like when you really hitting them jumps and hitting the turns, you got big ass braking bumps like this size of this, you gotta really brace yourself the whole entire time damn near. Yeah. Like all them moto kids all got like 6-packs and got like they ripped up looking, they don't really work out, but they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the training for that be different. You don't want to really bulk up because it's like
you need to fly.
Yeah. You'll literally get arm pump. They call it arm pump, but you see dudes that's like real bulky. They look like they about to be stiff. They look like they about to fall off because they shit so tight. Because you want to be loose. You don't want to be like real bulky.
You gotta be one with the bike.
Yeah, right. You want the like muscular endurance type shit. So yeah, it's a different sport for sure. You definitely can't be like, it ain't a sport for the soft. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I done like shattered my foot. I got a plate and 4 screws in my foot. I done broke both wrists, surgery on this one, a couple concussions, broke my collarbone.
That's more extreme than like MMA.
Definitely to the point where my mom was like, yeah, I hate this. Like,
right, yeah.
I love it, but I hate it because I know you're happy, but when I'm in the hospital bed, she'd be like, damn, you got to stop this shit.
Yeah, I feel that. That's crazy. You feel like motocross like translated into your music at all?
No, not really.
Yeah.
That was just a whole phase of my life that's like, it's like you being real good at basketball or something, but that not having nothing to do with what happened in like some street shit or real life shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. It's like as soon as that cut off in my life, I went down it was like a whole nother chapter.
Yeah.
I missed the moto days because I feel like more a little innocent. You know what I'm saying? But then I look back now and be like, damn, so much shit happened. Because I won't be one of the people that perp and be like, yeah, I grew up in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Shit just evolved that way. So I went from good to bad, like seeing both sides, so that'd be different. But definitely not the type to be, you know what I'm saying, in here saying I grew up in the hood type shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this music industry be
bullshit,
and yeah, I'm going to keep it all the way at 1. And that shit still be lit, so I know.
Hey, it's a lot of people that grew up in the hood, or that not even that didn't grow up in the hood, that grew up even like suburbia, you know what I'm saying, but still lived the hood life, you know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
even with
it's like ESTG. Like they tried to, you feel me? They tried to say some shit about him just because he played football. But like I know some people that was around that because that's our area. You feel me? A little bit too far. Like he was coming down our city a lot at the time. Got a couple features with some artists from our city, but he was definitely on whatever he was on. You feel me? And they tried to say that just because it was football.
Because it was football. Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna. That's gonna connect with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely think you got a story to tell.
Yeah, facts was crazy. The way they did me with my my little Indiana case was crazy just because I basically got 6 to 4.5 years over conspiracy to armed robbery. I wasn't there. I was in Cali when it happened. It happened in Indiana. And then got told on, and they were like, yeah, he's the reason why we did it. It's his pounds of weed that we was, you feel me, trying to go get back, We owe him. So they're like, looking at me like, oh, he's got all this power to have these kids go strapped up in this motherfucking house and tie this family up. So
try to make you out of a
yeah, they made me out to be like out $1 million bond, bro. So they raided my mom's crib, arrested her for some bullshit, put her through some bullshit over nothing. Like, I would say this shit probably wouldn't even happen in another state. You feel me? Like, and I got arrested with 10 pounds of weed in the mail in Ohio. Like, during all this, like, in a 6-month little time span, all this shit, because they didn't indict me right away. Like, I didn't even know I was going to get indicted. So I was kind of running wild, though, because, like, these are all the kids I grew up with. My dad's involved in this shit. So it was, like, deep. And I already know. It's like, man, my parents probably about to get divorced over this shit. It was super deep. So, yeah, it was... They pretty much tore our family apart, though, you know what I'm saying? Tried to, you know what I'm saying? We still thugging it out, but it's pretty deep how they did me, though. So it's like no bullshit. So I'll be able to trump the haters here soon. When they hear the real story, they're gonna be like, damn, I didn't expect that. You feel me? It'd be one of the ones that catch you by surprise. You feel me?
Hey, look, man, if anybody got something to say, you know, you tell them to come check in America's Realest Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
This is real genuine. I don't feel like you trying to perpetrate to be nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even be saying this on like some tough shit. It's more like just what I went through, and then shit. One day when I blow up, I'm trying to make a change in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More likely just trying to say so people get to know, but definitely not trying to glorify this shit. That's why I try to say, like, a lot of people try to like be tough about it. I mean, yeah, it make you tough for sure, but you don't want to spread that to the youth that shit's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because my shit is destined for street shit or blowing up in some, honestly, something what I'm doing. Or like entrepreneurship, they make it hard for you. To even get that money to do that shit, you going to have to do something. Because that $15 an hour they try to pay you out when you get out of prison, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? You be like, you can't be for real. Like, I can't even move out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This can't be serious. Like, so I've had to, you know, figure out other hustles and shit. I started doing Turo, rental cars, just, you know, hella shit, but there's just shit you really shouldn't have to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Just hella extra shit to make your money right. So
yeah,
had to get your hustle on.
So I'm trying to glorify that shit, not glorify it. Glorify that this shit's not right. You feel me? Not, you know, put yourself in that position. A lot of these kids kind of going down the wrong road. I feel like in our generation, as far as just some of the people they look up to, they think that shit cool. So we see Young Thug right now. For Young Thug, that's what happens when you keep it real. You got a lot of idiots around you. Feel me? End up just like that, because ain't no one going. When there's football numbers involved, because it's crazy. One of the kids that told on me in my case, like, he had got in trouble. You feel me, with my shit before all this shit happened, but it was some small shit. You know what I mean? I thought he was solid. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they offered us 30, suspend 5, 25 through 18. That stayed like that for like 7 months, 8 months in county jail. Boy, you gonna see who's really going. You're going to see who's really down for the cause. Because I knew deep down we ain't going to get this much time. Ended up getting 6 for not telling. They all got like 2-3 years for telling. Some of them still went to prison. It's like, you dumbass. You're going to get your ass beat for the little ass time you up here. Like, what the fuck was you thinking?
Yeah.
And that's what happened to one of the homie. Like, he ended up riding out with the bus with me. I'm like, oh my goodness. They did not just do that. Because really, they ain't supposed to. So really, if you're like kind of smart, you like, man, I got to be careful about this. Because if you like fuck up, you like the one that ain't the victim, you crash out on him, whatever, they might fuck around send you like to the worst prison in the state just because you weren't even supposed to be with him, then you did what you did like that. So I had to move careful about that situation. Like, he was scared to death though, so I fucked with his head for a long ass time, and then just let everyone just have a fucking free for all with him for real. Karma sucks, fuck it. Yeah. But I was in there getting time because I had to get home to my mom, so I was trying not to crash out. You feel me? I was it tested my patience in there. I got my fair share of fights and shit, but for the most part, I wasn't gang banging, and I was trying to stay out the way for real.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the way. You stay out the way these days.
Yeah, you know. I mean, gang bang. If I had 8 or more, probably I'd have been in there gang banging. But 4 is enough time to be like, nah, I'm gonna turn this bitch into 8, because that's what happens in Indiana prison. They don't like. I went to Ohio prison and it was lit because I'm like, oh, and motherfucker talks crazy to me. It's up in this bitch. You guys just go the hole for 10 days. That's it. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a different ball game. In Indiana, they gonna take you. They take like 90 days from you for a fight. So it's like calling home to mom, being like, yeah, I just lost. Like, you know, I won't be home on this day. My out date just got changed like 3 months more. And she asked why. You say a fight or whatever. It's just like, damn, I can't keep doing this. So I just put myself not in positions to. You know what I'm saying? Never got stood on in there, never that, but it was more like I just ain't gonna put myself in that position. I stayed off the card table a lot.
Ain't nothing wrong with
all that shit worked out. Read books, got big as fuck, kept it close homies, you feel me?
Wrote poems.
When COVID hit though, when COVID hit, it was pretty reckless in there. I ain't gonna lie, that's when it got turned. And there wasn't no option but to be turned. They weren't even paying attention to us. It got pretty raw. This shit was crazy.
Yeah.
COVID in prison was nuts. They weren't even feeding us. Some motherfuckers was getting hungry, getting mad. It was bad.
Yeah, man, you gonna be able to write a book one day.
Nah, I could for sure.
Don't forget I said it.
That's what a couple of OGs would tell me when I was locked up. Like, you gotta write a book about this shit.
Because really, it's a lot of people that have, you know, gone through your situation.
Yeah.
And worse. And you could prevent, you know. You got a message.
Yeah, because damn near this generation, and I admit it's worse in certain areas with certain races getting targeted, as far as it could be any race, really. But nowadays, when you get to prison, you'll be like, wow, it's pretty diverse. And it's like, you know, it's not like I'd say like the old days where it's like you see a lot of Mexican, you see a lot of white dudes, you see a lot of, you see just damn near walks of all life, really. So it's just like, damn, this shit's got to come to a stop, you know what I'm saying? At this point, everyone just needs to stand up. So one day, I feel like when our generation gets a little bit older, it'll be easier, you know what I'm saying? But we got to get them old Karens out of we got to get them old Karens out the way. Boy, they got to get out of office. They be fucking the game up.
Yep, for sure. All right, so, I know you just made some hot stuff with Shawty Fresh. You have plans dropping music, like, soon, in the future?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this shorty feature locked in, and then drop that shit. I'm gonna keep it a secret for now, though. I got a little team working with me now, so I'm trying to, for the first time, bouncing ideas off other people, make sure I don't make the wrong move. But I say we gonna come with some hot singles here soon, something
for sure,
and do some real rollouts, because I've been my dropping strategies has been a little off, I'd say. So
yeah, for sure. Well, it sounds like the music gonna get right, the strategies getting right.
Yeah, everything's gonna come together.
Yeah,
we gonna be up top soon.
All right, for sure. All right, so let everybody know where to follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. It's OTBZ on all them. And Instagram's _OTBZ. Active as fuck on TikTok. Active on Instagram the most. Facebook, I don't really mess with that much. Check me out.
For sure. America's Realest Podcast. Y'all tap in with D-Lo G. Live Hip Hop Daily. We out.
Shouts out ATL, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
For sure that.